Also, I know Dena, I don't know if you've had a chance to say very much. Dena, you gotta give you a little time here too. One of the reasons why Dena was invited to be here today too, aside from it being her campaign, is that Dena lives just right up the street in Avondale. And you know, I think I've seen Dena organizing her coworkers in her building downtown. I've also driven by Dena on Reading Road and seen her talk to people in her purple shirt in Avondale. And sees the connection that we have to organize everywhere if we're going to pull ourselves up everywhere. So, Dena, do you want to talk a little bit about, or if anyone has any questions for Dena as well, just about what the campaign means, the connection
Just
to
a
the community?
quick question, just a quick something to say. I'm a single mom. I have 3 boys. I have a 14-year-old, 11-year-old, and a 7-year-old. And like I've heard a lot of you all say today, it is very hard for a single mom as myself. I'm about to start crying.
God is with you. God is with you. We're with you. You're not alone.
But I get up every day, make sure my kids go to school. I have to make sure that I do what I'm supposed to do for them, so they don't wind up like a lot of these guys on the street. I work every day 4 hours and bring home maybe $28, $30 a night for 3 boys, and I can barely keep up on my rent sometimes. I can barely keep up on my phone bill. I can barely afford things for them. And it's really, really sad. But I have to do what I have to do for my kids. That's why I'm so hard on my kids. That's why I do what I'm supposed to do. I keep them in the house so they don't have to be out here running around doing what a lot of these young guys are doing. I have a 14-year-old who goes to work. And if I don't have any money for a minute card, my son gives it to me. Because I taught him how to do that.
Absolutely.
With the Lord's help. I have an 11-year-old who does the same thing. My 7-year-old do the same thing. If they have money in their pocket, they say, Mommy, we know you can't do it all by yourself. Here, we're going to help you. And with them by my side and looking at them every day, that makes me go to work. And it makes me want to do what I have to do so they don't have to do what I'm going through right now. That's why I do what I do, because I do it for them, I do it for our communities, I do it for the next generation that's coming. So when this fight is done, they can worry about the next fight that they're going to have to do later.
Yeah, because it will be another fight.
Exactly. It will be another fight. And I do what I have to do for my kids, because not just them, the kids that's in my neighborhood, you know, the kids that live in the building, I do it for them. I do it, the little posters that we have, my kids go out there passing them out to everybody. You know, and I want them to see that working where I work, I make $7 for 4 hours. If I miss a day, I make $6.85. My kids don't have no health coverage. I have to go downtown to get them health coverage. I shouldn't have to go downtown for them to help, so that I can get help for my kids. If they get sick, I should be able to go to the store and say, here's their health coverage. I shouldn't have to go to the hospital and say, I don't have any health coverage, and then they sending me letters after letters. How you going to pay this? How you going to do this? I don't want my kids to have to grow up to go through that. Anybody else's kids, I don't want them to have to go through that either. The kids, my kids, y'all's kids, their kids, that's what I'm doing this for. I'm doing it for them. I'm doing it for the community, the next generation, the generation after that. It's a fight. It's a fight we'll have to do for a long time. But I don't want them to do this fight.
That's right.
Because you never know. They may have to wind up doing what I'm doing one day. Just like anybody else in here. And we got to make it right so they don't have to struggle. I'd rather do the struggling for them right now, so they can be ready to do the next fight later.
Multiply her story by the thousands. That's what we face with.
How many hours a day do you work?
3.5, 4.
3.5, 4. And you're working just one job?
Just one job. Just the one job. I can't. I can say I could go out here and look for another job, but I shouldn't have to go out here and look for another job just to make ends meet and to be able to take care of my kids. I should be able to have that one job where that one job will help me not to just get by, but it'll help me where I won't have to go all over the world looking for this and looking for that.
So you're looking for more hours?
And I want more hours and the health coverage for my kids.
Oh, yeah, and more money per hour. Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
right. Because $7 don't get it.
I know that's
Oh,
right.
no.
The $7 that don't get it. And
How
if
long
I
have-
miss a day, I make $6.85.
How long have you been at this job?
A year and a half.
Could you give us your boss man's name? You can do it privately,
Yeah, privately,
but we will write him a letter, we will make contact.
I think we could. This may be a good way to close too. Is
Well, I like to take the two kids downstairs and get something to eat.
yeah.
And because there's some things that I'd like to say, but I don't really want to say for the kids.
Make a film now?
Well, no, you look too nice. It's Matthew's church.
Oh, Matthew don't look nice?
Not like that. We got some of us look like that preacher. The father and the mother does. All right, now, we talked about that domino effect. Now, these young boys, seeing their mother work real hard to not make it, work hard to not make it, not barely make it, not make it.
That's a powerful thing.
That is powerful. So now, they look out and see the illegal people making it.
They making it.
Yeah.
Making it big time.
And so, and not only they making it, then they taking stuff home to their parents. So, mama, here, I got $100 to give you now. How did you get it? Well, don't worry, mama. I'll take care of you. Pay the phone bill. Go buy some more. Get yourself some new shoes.
Yeah.
And they think they're doing a good thing. And we all know, in the short run, it's a bad thing.
Absolutely.
Not talking about the long run. We wonder how come we're in this fight. I heard Pastor Chandler talk about the Banks Project. There was every religious organization here working hard to work with the gentlemen that you think that don't have a conscience. And Castellini spreads his chest for what he has done to work with the Banks Project. These same people, we just saying you can't stop here. You got to keep going. Now we're looking at the CBC brothers and sisters and giving a hand to our janitors right there in the buildings they're cleaning up for the Cincinnati business community. So we're saying, don't stop doing good. Don't grow weary in doing well. Keep doing well. Right now, this has to be done. You are witnessing why we're in the shape we're in. If nothing is done right here, there was a man back in the 60s, a lot of us are here. He was in New York saying, if we don't do something, you might have to help me, because I know you were back there with us. He says, if we don't do something right now to help these people coming up, we're going to pay. He was like a prophet, saying all the things that we're going to be going through. The jails are going to be burgeoning, and this is going to be happening, drugs are going to happen. What's his name, Moynihan? Is that him out of New York?
Dan Moynihan.
If we don't do something right now, we are in big trouble. You need to take that and put that on the air. These young men, the reason why I had to send them downstairs to get something to eat, so number one, you don't have to pay for it. And number two, I don't want to put something in their heads to go forth and do something illicit.
They see it every day.
They see it every day.
Something in their heads.
Yeah, and they see a preacher say, we see how we do it, so then that would justify him doing illegals and illicits. So that's why we had to
Now,
excuse
these two young men have an unusually strong influence in the faith of their mother.
Right.
There are a lot of parents,
Exactly.
single parents, who would have become much more despairing and cynical
And
at
encourage
this
them to do
point,
something.
and would just give up, and would say to their kids,
Do what you gotta
there's
do.
no point struggling here. And we see them on the street every day.
I have my 14-year-old, he just turned 14, he's a big boy, taller than me, Matt's met him, and he's taller than me. My son, we talked, I sat him down and I talked to him and I said, I don't want you to go out here on these streets and make this fast money. That's not what I taught you. You go out here and you work for a living. That's what you do. My son has been working, my 14-year-old has been working since he was 11 years old. He go help people move, he go work at the tire shops, he help people with their groceries, any way that he can get some money to help me. And I told him, I said, baby, you don't have to help me like that. Yes, I do, Mommy. Yeah. I'm the oldest. I'm taking care of you.
Yeah.
And that came out of his mouth himself. Because he said, Mommy, you do so much for us. He said, I know that you're having a hard time doing this. I know you're having a hard time keeping this and keeping that. But he's only 14 years old. I refuse to have my kids standing out there on that corner to bring some money in the house to help me. I refuse to bury my kids in the ground. I refuse for my kids to go to jail. I refuse for my kids to be in the hospital. That's why I work as hard as I do. And I notice that my son is paying attention to what I do. And like they say, kids see everything. They really do. They see everything. And my oldest son, he came to me, he said, Mommy, you working so hard, and they only pay you that much money. He was like, and you got 3 grown boys. My son, his feet way bigger than mine. I can't even afford to get my kid no gym shoes because of the work that I do, and there's no money in it. I have 3 boys. Everybody say, you so blessed because you got 3 boys. I said, yes, I know.
Because they ain't got to feed them.
Right, exactly, right. I was like, I'm blessed because you don't have them. I got them. I got to take care of them. I got to raise them. I got to do this. I got to do that. But at the same time, I have instilled out there in my kids that going out here trying to make this money this fast, easy way is going to wind you up in 2 different places, either in jail or in the ground. And I refuse to have any of my kids in jail or in the ground or in the hospital. That's why I work as hard as I do. And I have to make sure I keep an eye on them because my kids are boys and they are easily influenced by what they see out there on the street. So if I get another job in the morning time, who is going to pay attention to my kids while I'm at work in the morning time? It's still summer. If I go to work now, somebody will be done grab my kid. Oh, Mommy, I made all this money. No. I don't want that. It's easier for me to work at night. That way I can watch them throughout the day. By the time I get ready to go to work, it'll be food cooked. They can have their showers. My oldest is there, and they can stay in the house. And I don't have to worry about nobody knocking on my door. Oh, I got this, I got that. I don't want that for my children. That's why I'm doing what I'm doing now for them right now. It's time for us to do what we have to do to make to where we can live comfortable. I'm not trying to be out here driving no Mercedes Benzes or nothing like that. I just want to be able to have enough food in the house for my kids. I want to be able to have enough money so if they got to go somewhere, I can get them there instead of going all over the world looking for somebody to help me.
Yeah, some health benefits.
Right. I want not just my kids, but all the kids, because there's a lot of us out there working for little to nothing and can't make it. And I really feel for the ones that work 2 and 3 jobs. I can't do it. I got 3 boys. My main goal is to make sure I take care of them, no matter what. And if I have to work this one job until we get the benefits that we're supposed to get, then that's what I'm going to do. Because I got to make sure my kids stay off of those streets. I have to make sure of that.